this, you're gonna die. I swear you're gonna crack up, right?
Our second video comes from the Chris Cuomo YouTube show, where guest Tim Dillon took Chris to task for empathizing with Hunter Biden. Watch.
Look at what happened with Trump, okay? What was the first thing he did when he got in power? The first thing he did was go after Biden and his son, weaponizing a guy's addiction. I don't know how much you know about that world, but unfortunately...
I was an addict for many years. From when I started doing cocaine at 12 and I stopped at 25, and I never ended up in the Ukraine, and I never took a photo of everything I did and put it on a laptop.
But you know
and then
very
dropped
well,
it off at Circuit City.
But you know very well that Hunter Biden is a typical drug-addled person.
None of my drug addict friends ended up in Malibu selling art for $80,000.
I think Joe was so checked out, he had no idea what was going on with Hunter.
He knew what was going on. I mean, he's wildly codependent. He's one of the most codependent people that I've ever seen. And he had to convince himself that Hunter was morally superior to Beau Biden. Yeah. And, you know, it's a tragedy. And anyone who's had an addict in their family, like they say this, and they're like, oh, yeah, I recognize all of this. And, you know, it's like this whole thing is just absolutely crazy that someone like Chris Cuomo is still defending that, because it is such an insult to people who have been through the program and who have worked their steps and have worked to be accountable. Because what it's saying is you're just an infant. You're a mindless, irrational infant if you are addicted to drugs and you can't make any decisions for yourself. Therefore, you're absolved of any accountability. That is nonsense. And anyone who has been through any sort of program knows that not to be the case. So yeah, I have a big problem with all of it. And you're absolutely right. For people who've been sent to prison for, you know, crimes of addiction or consensual crimes having to deal with drugs, and they have nothing to show for it but broken lives and legal bills, I would throw Hunter Biden and Chris Cuomo a giant FU. And Chris Cuomo looks like a guy whose older brother held him down and farted on his face as a child.
Greg.
Woohoo, man, that's cold.
Get the f*** out of here.